Nick Clegg. Mr. Speaker, after the brutal murders of sappers Quincy and Azimkar and Corporal Carroll and the serious injuries suffered by 4 others, can I say on behalf of all of us on these benches that our hearts go out to the families of the victims, though they harden against their murderers. Their violence must not, will not divide the people of Northern Ireland. Instead, it will strengthen their resolve to live their lives in peace. And that is the unwavering message of the dignified demonstrations taking place in Northern Ireland today. Could I also extend my personal welcome to the Leader of the Conservative Party back to Parliament and say on behalf of all of us on these benches that we sincerely hope that he and his family have the time, the space to cope with the terrible loss they have suffered. Mr. Speaker, I'm sure the Prime Minister will agree with me that the announcement today from President Sarkozy to reverse General de Gaulle's legacy and rejoin NATO is hugely significant. But does he also agree with me that it offers an enormous opportunity for Britain, with France, to lead European defence cooperation, which has been held back by tensions surrounding the Atlantic Alliance?
I do welcome France's announcement that at the NATO summit on April the 3rd and the 4th, with the President of America and other people present, they will announce that they will return to the inner core of NATO. And I believe that that is good for the defence of the world. I also believe that there are opportunities for cooperation, not just between France and Britain, but between the rest of the world in nuclear disarmament. We are at a critical point in the nuclear proliferation discussions. We are at a particularly difficult point in relation to Iran. We have made it clear to Iran that they cannot join the international community unless they renounce nuclear weapons. But I believe a wider deal on nuclear arms is possible in the next few years, and I think you will see that France and America and other members of NATO are keen to see that happen.
Speaker, I welcome his response, but my main concern is that he may still miss the full opportunity available to him. If he could commit Britain to working fully with France and others on European defence, which frankly we haven't done until now, then he would be in a stronger position to ask them to commit more money, more troops to Afghanistan. Does he recognise there's a good bargain to be had, which would be of enormous help to our overstretched servicemen and servicewomen in many years ahead?
European defence cooperation is important, and I think you'll know that it exists in many, many areas, particularly between Britain and France. And I've talked directly with President Sarkozy about what more we can do together in Afghanistan and other places. But I think we've got to remember also that we are talking about the British Army, the British Armed Forces, the British Navy and the British Air Force. And we are going to defend our right to make our own decisions